Hi, thanks for joining me. My name is Erin Barker and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this wreath. Please note on the back of this one, I've used chipboard, but it was a lot harder to cut through on this one, especially in the center. The hubby had to help. So in the tutorial, I'm going to show you something that's so much easier. The fabric that we're using for today's tutorial comes out of the current mini catalog, the Occasions Mini, and that's going on now until April 30th of 2012. And on page 12, you'll see the fabric. It's called Twitter Pated, and it's from the Twitter Pated suite. So there are so many coordinating accessories, from dies for the Big Shot, stamp set, designer series paper, and if you look closely, there's pleated satin ribbon, which is so cool, and it actually inspired me for this wreath. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is a close-up view of the heart that I made, and here is the back. So the one that I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little bit differently. On here I used something like chipboard, but actually for this one that I'm going to show you, I'm going to use the backing that comes with your designer series paper. You're then going to need something that will create your template. I had a foam heart wreath laying around, and all I did was trace the inner and outer shape of the heart. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out, and I'll be right back. One more thing to add, I mentioned that this one I wanted to do a little bit differently. So actually on the back side, just apply some glue. I'm just using a glue stick all over. And I've got a piece of textured cardstock of Marina Mist. And now I'm going to cut out my heart. So the back side will be just as pretty as the front. So I'll be right back. Now that you've got your heart all cut out, you're going to flip it over, and on the side that you're going to adhere your fabric to, apply sticky strip, which is a double-sided adhesive tape, to the entire center part of the heart. Alright, so I've already got the fabric out. Our fabric is about a fat quarter size. It measures approximately 28 by 17 inches. And what I'm doing now are just getting 2-inch strips. I've just got my scissors here, and I'm going to make a little snip. And I want the frayed edges. So just by tearing, just makes a straight piece. It's beautiful. And I like the rough edges. So that's what we want. And you want a total of 3 pieces. So I'm just going to do that again, and I didn't even iron my fabric. It comes folded up in a little rectangular wad. But with the way that this looks, you don't really need to iron it. And hey, less ironing makes mama happy. All right, so we've got 1, 2, and 3. Let me get my heart, and we'll be all set and ready to go. Alright, so we've got our heart, and I've peeled off the backing to the sticky strip, so we're all set, ready to go. I'm going to start about 3/4 of the way down on one side, and all you're doing is centering your fabric and pleating it down. It's seriously that simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. It looks like it's sewn, but it's not, which is even better because that's my type of craft. So you're going to keep on going all the way around, and when I get to the next piece, I'll show you what to do there. Alright, so we're at the next one, and this is that piece that was actually folded at the seams. And don't even worry about all your little extra frilly threads. You can snip those off in the end. But what I did on the first one was I just folded down as if it were to look like a pleat, and place it where you want to, where it would be if this were one continuous piece of fabric. And ignore that for a minute, because the last thing that you can do is grab your glue gun and hot glue that piece down at the very end. Or if you don't like any of the other pleats, if you don't like, say, the way that that's sitting, grab your glue gun. All you're needing is a little dab, and you can put it down. So anything that's left over in the very end, we'll finish up with the glue gun. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'll show you the finished product in just a moment. Alright, so no editing here. I just wanted to show you this is my last 3rd piece, and on the first one I had a little bit of an opening, which was fine because I actually covered that up with an additional like floral piece, a little lolly that I had made. So I just wanted to show you how I'm going to finish this one off. It looks like this one might make it the whole way, but depending on how you're making your little pleats or your folds. So I'll probably put my little embellishment there. Isn't that cute? Super quick and easy. So this would actually make a great gift, and it's, you know, perfect. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So let me go ahead and get this finished up and make it look pretty, and I'll be right back. So I'm getting ready to make my embellishment for my heart. Previously I had called this a lolly, but they're more known as yo-yos, and this is the jumbo size of the yo-yo maker. If you don't have one of these, and if you have trouble making yo-yos, then I highly recommend it. It makes it so easy. So all you do is just trim for your seam allowance basically all the way around. And I like to use embroidery floss when I'm making these, because towards the center, when you start pulling on your thread, you don't want all of your work to come undone. But basically follow the instructions on your yo-yo maker, and I'll be right back to show you my finished yo-yo. Okay, so I'm back. I just wanted to show you that once you're done sewing the outside, and it's basically just a template, you just up and down with the needle, you take off this back piece, which just pops right out. And this is looks pretty big, but it's pretty amazing when you're all done how small your yo-yo gets. So I'm just going to peel this off. And I mentioned before the reason why I like to do why I like to use the embroidery floss is because as you're pulling it together, you don't want your thread to rip. So I know it doesn't look like much now, but basically you just start playing with it, and where it's all puckered in the middle is going to be the center of your yo-yo. So just to speed time, you don't have to watch me do this. I'm just going to mess around with it, and I'll be right back when it's all pretty and finished. My yo-yo is now complete. I finished off the center with a button from our Subtles collection, and it's all ready to be hung or given as a gift. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any questions. Here's both of them side by side. Take care. Thanks. See you next time.